Hello guys and welcome back to the Gift of the Gab, episode 22. I'm Tia.
And I'm Ben.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Back with another episode.
Yes.
What's happened since last week? Oh, good things have happened. This is not even on the docket, but Donald is still sad, and I just want us to remember that.
Yeah, the last time we recorded, because we pre-record, Joe Biden wasn't the president-elect, and then a few hours later they announced it.
Oh, I called it on at the end of the show.
Yeah. Well, Trump is still crying crybaby. He's denying it. How long do you think he's going to deny it for?
Till death. Till death does him part.
Yeah, he's never gonna admit that he won. But
he lost, you mean?
He lost. And in 2016, he said he won by a landslide. Well,
it's the same amount that Joe has now.
Yeah.
Oh, he is so.
But more, I think. Like, no one has ever got any more votes.
Yeah, than Joe.
Yeah.
Joe's got more votes and he's got the same amount of electoral college points.
Yeah. Like, Trump did do good. But Biden did better.
Trump, we're not giving participation medals here.
No, because they
lost.
No, they were saying that Trump...
he did better than expected.
The amount of votes he got did break a record.
Both of them did. But I think the reason that there was strong turnout was because of how polarizing they are. I don't think Biden would have done as good on a normal year if he wasn't running against Trump. I don't think people were necessarily enthusiastic for Biden or Harris, but I think they were, maybe Kamala Harris more than Biden, but they were really enthusiastic to get rid of Trump. And I think
it was like a life or death situation for some people. Like how I was hearing them say it. Like they were saying this is something that they have to do to change history. Otherwise, the next 4 years would be something else. Whatever this 2020 is, but worse.
Yeah. Essentially. Well, what else has been happening?
Well, on Instagram yesterday, Chania Alexis, do you know who that is?
Yes.
I do watch her sometimes. So Chania Alexis is a LA YouTuber who did live in the UK, in London, for about a year or over a year, I'm not sure. But she had something to get off her chest. She asked, why do London boys only wear trackies? So what is your thought about that, seeing as you're a London boy?
And I wear trackies.
Yeah.
I was like, why is she coming at us? I don't know. When you showed me the video, I just thought that maybe it seemed like she had a specific issue with someone, or like maybe a certain group of people. It seemed like it was more directed at someone, so I didn't feel too personally attacked.
No, I think she was just talking about London boys in general. But
I think it's coming from her experience with. I don't think she just woke up one day and was like, "Why do London people do?" I think like there is someone she doesn't like from London that was like directed at when I watched it.
But a lot of London boys do wear tracksuits everywhere they go.
But that's none of her business.
But she's just. Vocalizing what she's observed,
and that is
both on social media and in real life.
That is a fair vocalization.
But it's true. But some people don't know when to give their tracksuit a rest.
Some people don't know when to give their tracksuit a rest. But if you're comfortable, you're comfortable. And if no one's gonna tell you nothing different, what's the point?
It's not every occasion wear tracksuit.
I agree. It's not every occasion wear tracksuit, but. I didn't like the way she was like, you need to show me. Like, why do we need to show you? Who are you?
She didn't say show me.
Yeah,
she said like be original.
No, because she brought it back to herself. So I hyper focused on that point where she was like, you need to show me some originality, and I was like, well,
so maybe she was talking like.
That's why I thought she was talking specifically to someone.
A London people, but she was also talking about a certain person as well, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
She was doing both.
Yeah,
but I do think a lot of Londoners.
I think we do wear tracksuits. I don't wear tracksuits everywhere I go, but I'm not gonna if I need to dress nicely for something, I will dress nicely. I'm not the sort of person who will wear like a tracksuit to a really fancy place.
But you have to admit that some like don't know when to say, okay, the tracksuit's not appropriate here. Do you think?
I guess, but I even in when we
tracksuit.
No, actually, then I don't agree with that.
Tracksuit.
I don't agree with that. As long as as long as you're changing it up, I don't mind you going to work in a tracksuit. Because why do you have to be uncomfortable to go to somewhere?
But why are you wearing clothes that you're uncomfortable in?
Because exactly, they're not. They're wearing tracksuits because they're comfortable.
Not uncomfortable.
But are you in
this? You need to get your size.
Huh?
You need to get your size then if it's uncomfortable.
No, but it's uncomfortable to some people. It's not even about you need to get your size. Like sometimes jeans isn't. When people come home, the majority of people don't like to wear jeans around the house because it's like not as comfortable as like loungewear and tracksuits.
It's not by force you have to wear jeans if you're not wearing tracksuit.
It's not by force that you don't have to wear a tracksuit every like if it's on someone and it's not bothering me. Why do I care?
Yeah, but you can't go to work and wear a tracksuit.
You can if your job allows it. Why is it an issue for someone else what you're wearing?
I do agree with what she's saying.
I agree that
it's not every day of occasion wear tracksuit.
I agree that maybe it's overworn too much, but I don't agree with the sentiment of you need to wear it to impress someone else. If you're comfortable in it, you wear it, and that is it. If someone else doesn't like it, that's fine. They don't have to mess with you. It's cool. But if that is what they want to wear and that is what they have access to, wear it.
Yeah. Let us know what you think about this topic. Do you think that it's not every day wear tracksuit?
But yeah.
I do have to say though, the style that they have in America is a bit over the top, like heels and stuff like that. In England, it's more about comfort, I think. So like you'd even see more girls wear trainers and like most of the times, whereas there you would see a lot more people wear heels just to go to the restaurant.
I would like to circle back because I do agree it's not every day wear tracksuit, but my thing is I'm not going to be bothered by what someone else is wearing if it doesn't really affect me. So even if you choose for everyday wear tracksuit,
yeah, but if
I don't care.
Yeah, but if we're going on a date and you've chosen to wear tracksuit.
But but I haven't done that. But I'm saying if that couple is fine with that, then I don't care. Like it doesn't affect me if you get what I'm saying.
No, that's not the point that I'm making. I'm saying hypothetically, if it was you and me, and like, we went out for a date and you were wearing a tracksuit, then that would affect me.
But that's what I just said. Like I don't wear tracksuits everywhere I go.
Yeah.
And then I'm saying for those that do, that scenario doesn't affect me. So for them to wear tracksuit, they can wear tracksuit to a restaurant, they can wear tracksuit to work, and I wouldn't look at them and be like, oh, look at them, tracksuit. Because like who sets the standard for what is deemed as yes, you can wear this to work and no, you can't wear this to work. Like if workers said casual clothes is fine and jeans and a top is casual, why can't a tracksuit be casual? Is what I'm saying. Why is the tracksuit viewed
professional attire?
No, I'm saying casual clothes.
Because it's more smart casual, they say.
But no, I'm saying if they've said casual clothes and people are wearing tracksuit and people are wearing jeans and tops, why is the tracksuit frowned upon and the jeans and top not?
Because it looks like you're going to the gym.
But that's to you, and I'm saying in that scenario, you're entitled to your own opinion. But if they want to wear tracksuit and if we want to wear tracksuit, it's fine. If the rule is casual, let them wear casual. Tracksuit is casual.
But there are some restaurants that you're just not allowed to wear.
Yeah, and I'm not arguing like, you have to go into the restaurant in your tracksuit to prove a point or anything. I'm just saying there are some places where maybe smarter clothes or quote unquote what is viewed as smarter clothes is more acceptable in that environment.
No, but I think her point...
Wear smart clothes there. I think her point was just coming out of anger for I don't know for what reason.
No, I think her point was just like everywhere you go, you wear tracksuit.
But maybe...
Like, is there not an occasion that you don't wear tracksuit?
No. We wear tracksuits everywhere we go. Even when we go to bed, Chandler, Alexis.
Chandler Alexis. Well, Mostak did clap back at her, ish, because after she did her little rant, she posted a picture of him. I guess it was just an example. I don't think she was calling him out like, oh, look, Mostak is wearing thingy, but I guess.
Well, I don't know. If you post something on your Instagram, someone doesn't like it, they're entitled to comment back, and that's just what happened. I don't think he wouldn't have had an issue with it if it was the way she was saying, because what you're saying is a valid point. Yes, it's not everyday tracksuit. We understand that. What she was saying, it was a bit more like she was like, you have to show me some originality. You got like she was just coming out a little bit. I don't
think she said you have to show
play
me.
Play the video and let's see. It should be on your favorites. I'll be quiet for this second.
Why is it every day you wear techies? Like, I get it. We all understand. It's cold in London. It's cold. I get it. But there's other things you can wear. Like, can you please just put on a pair of jeans and a nice hoodie or a nice sweater or like a coat or something? Like, stop wearing tracksuits every day. It's just like, y'all have no style. Like, it's if you're going to like the gym or you're going on like a walk, but like y'all are really showing up to the mall, to restaurants, to amusement parks and tracksuits. Where is the originality? And then y'all all wear the same Gucci bag. It's either a Gucci or Louis. It's the one that goes across your shoulder and it's like a little purse on the side. We know you probably stole it because y'all be asking me to pay for your McDonald's meals when we go out, but you got a Gucci bag with no money. Let me calm down because I'm getting a little too much into this whole discussion. But all I'm trying to say is like, please just show me some originality. Like, you guys already have really cute accents. I love it. But I just need the style to go with it. I don't want to be in the mall and I lose my and I.
See?
Okay, she did say it.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. Like, even with the McDonald's comment, it just sounds like she was talking as if she's dated people who want tracksuits and that don't have money. And that seemed to be her general overview of why that rant was coming out. And I think like it could have been put in a different way and she wouldn't have got the response from Mustang that she saw.
Mm-hmm.
But it's because it seemed like she was upset with a specific group of people or a specific person or that, and then she overgeneralized and then it became a thing. And I understand that not everywhere tracksuit.
But I don't think she was too far from the truth though.
I understand it's not everywhere tracksuit, but like tracksuits are comfortable and some people ain't dressing to impress other people. So if that's what they want to wear, that's what they want to wear. If they're just dressing to be comfortable and casual, like why is it a big thing whether they wear it to an amusement park or whether they wear it to the mall if they're just dressing to be casual?
I guess those two places don't matter, but when it's like restaurant,
even it depends what kind of restaurant. If you're talking a restaurant like
if you're in Five Guys, yeah.
If not even in Five Guys, if you're talking a restaurant like where that take you, Bird, that chicken and waffle place, that's considered a restaurant, but it's not really fast food, but it's still like a casual spot that you could.
I guess it just depends what you're doing.
If you're going to somewhere like a bit nicer, then sure. But a lot of the people wearing tracksuits aren't living in the what's it called? The areas where the restaurants would have a dress code.
Yeah, but okay.
If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think what she just means is there's just a big difference between here and America, and that's just what it is. Like in England, we're more likely to dress for comfort than like in America. Impress. Then they're going all out.
That is fair. You don't have to like it.
Yeah, it's just different because I might go there and be like, whoa, like everyone's a bit.
But the only thing is that people ain't gonna respond kindly to. Well, there you go. I guess free publicity.
Well, talking about the Shade Borough,
why are you moving your head left to right like they can see you?
We got a tea from the Shade Room about Ken Walker, another YouTuber who was caught on camera touching up a fan, quote unquote fan, bum and a hug. Did you see the video?
I did see the video. I think they're dragging his good name through the dirt.
What?
First of all, that looked like it could have been his auntie. when they zoomed in on the picture, I wasn't even sure. I saw it at 7 a.m. in the morning. My eyes were still crusted over. And I was like, what is this? Like, this just looks like it's like some older lady. You have to get the one where it was zoomed in. Someone zoomed it in. And I was like, that could be his auntie.
It doesn't matter.
But
Why
still,
was he rubbing up her bum?
I didn't even notice the bum rub until my 5th playthrough.
5th?
Because I saw the outrage and I was like I saw the outrage in the comments. I was like, what has he done wrong? He just was standing with this woman and gave her a hug. But it looked like the hand went a little bit low on the hug.
But the hand went low and then it went around. Yeah,
see, that's where I would have if I was his lawyer and this was a court case, I would be struggling to defend him there. I'd be like, maybe his hand slipped, but then it did a second pass round, it seemed. But maybe he was daydreaming of, what's her name?
Diera.
Of her. And, he got mistaken. Or maybe it was his twin brother. I heard he has a twin.
His twin brother doesn't look like him.
At night, they all look the same.
That's twin brother doesn't look like him.
That's what
you can tell them two apart. From what I remember of his twin brother, you can tell the two apart.
At night, though? Twins could look the same at night? Same height, same build?
Because she was hugging him. She was doing a little bit of touchy. And I don't know. Looking at the video again, it does look like they went in for a hug, but I just don't understand what happened.
Can I see the video? Let me play the evidence up front and close.
It looks like she was rubbing on his stomach, kind of thing, like his abs, and then he was rubbing on her ass. But then straight after that, they moved away from each other. So I don't know what happened there.
But it could have been an accidental rub.
Accidental rub.
Like if he's looking,
let me hear this one.
If he's looking at her, it's dark, and he's not fully sure of her height, and he thinks he's going for a rub on the back, but then he feels bum, and he's just checking that he's at the back, and that's why his hand moves up then down, and he's just surveying. He's surveying whether it was an accident.
No.
And then he realizes it was an accident and steps back without even being called out or anything. He was like, "Oh man, I just touched the bum. Let me step back." And sadly, it was on video camera by my client.
First of all,
pleads not guilty.
First of all, he put out a statement, I believe the next day.
That was against my will.
A few hours later, to basically clarify
exactly what I said.
It was a fan, and they only met an hour late. They met an hour before that video, and whatever. But Corona is around, so they shouldn't have been that close to each other, anyways. To even accidentally rub left, right, center.
I didn't tell my client to put out that statement. I didn't tell my client to put out that statement. He did it without my knowledge. I've been caught off guard. But what I will say is my client had the best intention for Diara. He would never intentionally rub a fan by accident. In fact, well, I don't want to blame anybody here, but they're both adults. I don't know. He shouldn't have. Yeah, he probably shouldn't have rubbed. He's probably in some hot water with Diara. I can imagine she is. She's quite loud, isn't she?
Yeah, she's from Memphis. Whatever that means. I don't know. I've never been.
She's from Memphis.
I've never been.
But yeah, from the videos I think I've seen of you watching, she looks like she's going to give him a real good telling off. But don't worry, they'll be back on YouTube next week.
I don't know what I would do in that situation because I'll be mad. But
you said you know what you would do.
I do know what I do. I don't know why I just said that. I don't know because if that's what you're doing when you get caught, what happens when you don't get caught? Do you know what I mean? And that's in I was gonna say broad daylight. It was.
But what if it was an accident?
Public. I don't care.
But what if it was an accidental rub?
How do you accident?
Like you went to give them a rub and then your hand was just lower
somebody
than
that you
intended.
Don't know. You give them a rub. When have you ever done that? Giving someone a hug?
What, a hug?
A hug. A side hug, and they gave a side hug as well. So that's meant to be the conservative hug.
To be honest,
so there shouldn't have been no rubbing, no movement of hands. It should have been like hug 1, 2, 3, back away.
To be honest, I actually try not to give hugs. Like I don't initiate a hug.
Oh, I hate hugs.
Because especially I don't know, I feel like I don't want to create an awkward situation.
I don't think it's bad.
Not in terms of bad, but some people just feel really awkward.
No, I hate hugs.
Exactly.
I hate hugs.
You could go and hug someone. I feel like a hug is like you're just forcing yourself on not forcing yourself on someone, but like you're just what if they smell that day and they didn't want to be next to anyone? And now like you've come.
But isn't that the same as a girl giving a hug?
It is, but for me personally, like I'm not like I don't greet by hug.
No, I don't either. But I understand more when people are like, because I work in a school, so most of the times hugs are given, half term, summer holiday, or whatever. But me, I'm a germaphobe. Rona is still around. I ain't giving anyone hugs, and I'm not afraid to say it. They go, Tia, hug. I say, no, thank you.
I will sometimes, like, if there is a hug, maybe the one arm hug.
Oh, the side hug. That's the conservative hug. Because,
like, my fear is like, when like someone's breath is smelling, or even when you've noticed, like, whoa, I need like. The Listerine has run out. It's run out of juice. It's about 3 p.m. and you're trying to keep distance with people and they keep coming into your face to talk. What if someone's having like, the Sure deodorant is run out of juice? I'm trying to like keep my distance from these people and someone's coming in from a hug. I don't want to invade that space. I just generally don't give out hugs. It's not like I won't ever hug someone, but I'm not generally like, that's not how I usually greet people anyway.
But is your family like huggy?
I don't, not really actually. I don't think so.
Neither is mine. I feel like I get this from my mum.
I sometimes I give my mum a hug to annoy her, but
my mum really hates hugs.
But she doesn't hate the hug. She just hates how hugs. Long I cling on to the hug.
Oh no, my mum hates hugs.
But
being a germaphobe,
that's also one reason. It's because I know like sometimes some people might view like they're just like coming onto their space.
Yeah.
And if you don't really know that that's what the person likes, then just don't give them a hug.
No, but you wouldn't be giving hugs to like random people.
Yeah, but even your friend, like they might have been your friend, or like after Corona, you haven't seen them for some time, and you're like, oh, hug, but they might not be a huggy person.
Yeah, but you would know that.
You might not. Well, you've never hugged them before, so how would you know if this is your first hug?
Like you would know, no.
But how would you know?
What kind of friends that you have that you don't know if they like hugs or not?
No, I'm like, let's say you, for instance, you said you don't like hugs. If you've never like spoken about it. And for the first time, someone and you've been friends with someone, the first time they go to give you a hug, and you're then like, no, they didn't know.
No, it would be different now because certain people I do hug, but when the other half of the people try to hug me, I'm like,
exactly, they don't know. That's what I'm saying. They assume that it's fine.
Yeah, but they're not going to go away from the situation knowing it's not fine.
Exactly, but it's bothered you. And it's like, why would I go and hug someone when it's not really in my nature to do it?
Yeah, that's why you think about it, because it's not in your nature. And you're like,
because I feel like I'm forcing it myself.
Yeah, but for people who give hugs like regular, they're never gonna go away. I don't think from a situation thinking, oh, did she want me to hug her? Unless the other person makes it really obvious. Do you get what I'm saying? Because they're just so used to it, and that's the way that they greet people.
Actually, the only time that I actually realize I give is if there's a big break. And like we know we're like we're going on a big break. Oh, okay, because then I realized that I do give a side hug, and then I'll be like, peace.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, I think.
But I think I was viewing like a full bear hug.
No, who's doing that?
Who pick them up by their feet?
No.
Twirl them around.
No, who's doing that? Unless like some sad news.
Oh no,
that's when people give big bear hugs.
I can't. I'll give you a pat on the head.
Yeah, because you don't. Yeah, let's not talk about your empathy. Skills.
My empathy skills are along with Donald Trump's winning skills.
Yeah, a 0
up there.
But no, I just really hate hugs. I really hate hugs.
But how did we start on this again?
I don't know.
Oh, DR again.
Yeah. So I don't know what he was. I don't know what he was doing.
I told you what my client was doing. It was an accident.
Has there been any other news?
Has there? Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
Actually, there has. It's been a bad week. So I was, doing my work as I do. BBC News popped up, and then I found out about this case of a nurse from Cheshire Hospital, Lucy Letby. She was charged with murder for the murder of 8 babies in the hospital and the attempted murder of a further 10 babies.
Yeah.
And the Cheshire Hospital called the police when they realised they had like a higher amount of infant mortalities when she was on shift than usual. I don't know when the method. It didn't describe how she's like killing the children, but they noticed that like for this period in the year, like deaths are like much higher, and the trend seems to be when she's on shift. They called the police investigated, and then they arrested her. She's been arrested for the 3rd time. This is her 3rd arrest, and the Crown Prosecution Service, CPS, have instructed her to be charged with the murder of 8 children or 8 babies, plus the attempted murder of a further 10. And that is a lot of families' lives she's ruined.
It is. And do you know what?
And children's lives she's taken away.
Like, situations like this, like the wannabe psychologist in me just wants to know what's going through their head.
She is a psychopath. Like, because you probably wouldn't even know. Apparently, she gave an interview or something. Like, she gave it, she's talked to. This is before she was accused of anything. Yeah. Like, there's an interview of her like saying why she wanted to be a nurse, and like, she wants to help all these children and stuff like that. And it's like something you would look at and be like, oh, so nice, so sweet.
Yeah.
She's a healthcare professional in this trusted role. Meanwhile, she's like demented.
Do you think was there anything about her childhood? Like, did she have a bad childhood?
I don't even...
What is it? Like, with these stories, like, you always hear, like, later on, they're like, oh, they were abused, or, they had a really bad childhood, or something like that.
Yeah, it didn't go into detail about that.
Mental health. I just want to know what was going through her head and why she thought that was okay, because she just ruined the lives of so many. And
now herself as well, most likely.
I don't know if for the families it's because I'm guessing it would have gone down as like natural causes of death, right?
Yeah,
at the time for the children.
I don't even know the nature of the cause of death. Okay. It didn't expand into it.
So I'm guessing it's almost worse now that they've got a name to a person's name to what happened. Does that make sense?
Probably, or
because it's really hard.
Unless some of them like suspected something, like suspected that there was some foul play, and now actually knowing that there's someone being brought to justice for it. But still, it's like these seem like all unnecessary. Well, not it's even seem they are all unnecessary deaths. And like, I think she should be punished even more than.
How long is she going to jail for?
I don't. The investigation's still going. She's just been charged with it, so we'll see. Over the next coming years, I guess.
Life, maybe.
Yeah.
It's murder.
Yeah. Murder.
With the intent to kill. Premeditated murder.
Because she's
not in England. They do not have that one.
I don't know what they would name it, because we watch a lot of US shows. We just get the
you know how to get away with murder.
Yeah. But it's crazy like what she's done.
It is.
But do you think like should everyone receive the same sentence regardless of like your role?
Wait, say it again.
Should everyone receive the same sentence regardless of your role?
I don't know what that means.
Like if like a nurse like her abuses her power and kills children, should their sentence be tougher than like a mum? Not even a mum, like a hit and run driver. Or even with like if a policeman abuses his role and like shoots someone like on purpose, should their sentence be higher than someone involved in the shooting? Like, what do you think?
I don't know.
It's a good question, isn't it?
It is.
Thank you. But I don't know.
I don't know because if a police officer is abusing his role, in order, like in my, How to Get Away with Murder, Annalise Keating brain, I'm thinking in order for him to have got caught, or him or she to have got caught, more than one case would have happened. Like he would have abused his role more than once. And it would have been a number of times for it to be flagged up.
But no, just take it as they abused their role once and it was caught like on camera for both of these scenarios, not a multiple case scenario, just to make it more simple. So one hit and run case or one versus them.
I think so, because a life is a life.
But should they get the same sentence?
Yeah.
The same sentence? They shouldn't have like be held more responsible.
I think so. This is a hard one, because this is what I'm thinking. Like, imagine if it was an accidental thing. I don't know. Does that make sense?
In this scenario, it's proven not accidental. Okay. Like, there's clear intent that they have done this thing to harm the other person. Then I think a life is a life, and so everyone should get the same, whether it's a hit and run or whether they're abusing their power.
Yeah.
I guess in my head, like in America, I'm sure over here as well, but they, like police officers, medical professionals, they pledge an oath to like save lives or protect and serve. And should the breaking of that oath add additional years?
Yeah.
Like compared to someone who didn't technically break the oath, but they did the same crime.
No, I think it should be around the same. I think it should be around the same. I'm not sure if it should be the exact same, but it should definitely be around the same. Like, one shouldn't be getting, 5 years and then the other one 10 years for the exact same thing.
All right, how about this? Like, let's say in England, they give a life sentence for a murderer, and that's 30 years. And if the policeman, let's say, is proven to be a murderer and he's killed someone on purpose, like an innocent suspect shot in the back of in their back, should they get more time because they were in the role and they are trusted with the responsibility to do better, and they breached that trust to use that to kill? Should they be given extra time for that?
Yeah.
You think extra? Now you've changed your mind.
It's a hard one. It is a hard one because of their role, and so they do have a responsibility to be more careful in the things that they're doing. When you give someone a gun to protect other people, they do need to be more responsible with that. And there's certain trainings and stuff like that they do in order to make sure stuff like that doesn't happen. And so, like, again, I don't feel like, okay, if a normal person was to do it, then like an everyday citizen basically was to do the same thing a police officer does, I don't think that the time that they spend should be like miles apart. The time that they spend in prison should be miles apart. I think it should be similar, but I'm not sure if it will be the same.
Fair enough. Let us know what you think. Do you think they should get equal sentences? Like people in
crime?
Like, people in those roles, like a healthcare worker or like a police officer, if they commit the same crime as a member of the public. I'd be interested.
Same crime, same time. What do you think?
I think so. I go back and forward with certain things. I'm like life for life, same time. But if it's not a situation of murder, I feel like they should be held more responsible because they're in a position where they can abuse that power more easily. Yeah. So. And
get away with it.
Yeah. And that's where the issue lies. I guess it'll have to be case by case, but definitely I'd have to, if I was the judge, I might have to add a couple extra years. I would not want to be a judge. I'd have nightmares. What if I sent the wrong person down? Probably go to bed fine. No, probably wouldn't. Probably wouldn't. Yeah, probably wouldn't. Well, I want your opinion on more things. Yeah. So, what do you know about star signs?
I don't.
You're not a follower of star signs, or?
No, I know that I'm a Taurus, and that's about it.
You are?
I think. Am I not a Taurus?
Yes, you are. I searched it up. So okay. I'm gonna read your description. So Tia, you are a Taurus. I think that the constellation is the Bull. And people born under the Taurus zodiac sign are often incredibly dedicated, reliable, and dependable. Above all things, they value their sense of security and stability. Yep. After Aries brings its fiery energy, it is Taurus that lays down the foundations and follows through. They tend to be rather stubborn and dislike change. When they settle with a routine that they like, it can take much effort to get them to change. Do you feel the star sign applies to you?
Yes, I do. I do.
Do you believe in star signs?
I don't know, but after you read it, it does sound like me because I am very stubborn.
I have a theory.
Go on.
I think star signs are complete BS.
Do you think?
Like, well, pretty much. Well, I'm not to offend anybody. If this is part of your religion or something, I don't know. I'm not to offend you, but not complete BS. I just think that
you just don't follow it.
I don't think. Let me backtrack. I don't think they're complete BS, but I think they're written so
broadly.
Broadly that you can apply so many things to you. Like my star sign. Let me read it. I'm the GOAT. The greatest of all time is my constellation. I'm a Capricorn, as I just learned. Those born under the Capricorn zodiac sign are talented at applying their keen intelligence and ambition to practical matters. Stability and order are important to them, and this makes them good organizers.
No, that's not you.
Their goals are often lofty and they achieve them slowly, but purposefully and systematically. They are gifted with a sharp intuition, although they can be rather secretive about what they perceive.
Mm-hmm.
They are patient with themselves. They have confidence that they can accomplish all their goals if they follow their step-by-step plan.
Mm-hmm.
They are responsible people that often take the heavy burden of others.
Yep.
Whether willingly or just because they are so capable. However, they find it difficult to share their own troubles and can struggle with depression if they don't learn how to express their feelings. But I think that is so generic.
But yours was very different to mine, and yours was, except for the organisation bit, I've got to give it to them. They were correct. You're secretive. You like to like
carry the burden.
You carry the burden. You like to take like big steps completely by yourself. Like they got you down to a T, except for that organisation bit, because that is not you.
Yeah, but I don't think I've struggled with depression. I don't think
it didn't say.
It said they can struggle. They're more like, well, I don't know, find it difficult to share their own troubles and can struggle with depression if they don't learn how to express their feelings.
That doesn't.
But I just think I don't know how to express my.
That doesn't mean that. Like, it doesn't mean that it could happen to you at all, but it means that you're more susceptible to.
I guess
to struggling with depression, because you bubble in all of your feelings to a point.
But can an unempathetic person struggle with depression then?
Yeah, you can.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But then let me read you a random star sign.
Okay.
And see if this applies to any of us.
That's what you should have done in the beginning.
I know, but now you know. Pretend I did.
Okay.
The crab. Those born under the zodiac sign Cancer need to be needed. They have a great desire to feel loved and appreciated in every part of their lives. This is you.
Go on, keep reading.
This is needed so that they can develop a sense of security and identity. I don't show that is you. To the Cancer zodiac sign, their sense of home is very important to them.
No.
Why are you? This is you. Their sense of home is very important to them. They find it rather difficult to achieve unless they feel safe in their home. They are talented in developing home environments for people that are so close to them in both emotional and physical sense. Not all of this is you, but I can apply parts to you.
Okay, go on.
I will say that you would want to be needed. You've said that.
Okay.
And you are secure at home and like you want to be close to home. Like I could just point out those
home.
Like in terms of moving far away and stuff. But those are just two examples, and then I can draw that to you because you're like
no, but my Taurus one speaks more to me than this.
But I think if I read this on the Taurus, you would have been like, I see that. I feel like there's a bias to it. I wish I didn't read you Taurus first, because I think. Let me read another one. Okay. Those born under the Gemini zodiac sign enjoy socializing and love surrounding themselves with people. They are ruled by the planet Mercury, and so they are never happier than when they are sharing their ideas and communicating with people around them. They enjoy chit-chat and tend to have expression and communication very high on their list of priorities. So this is not either of us.
No.
I'm just going to stop here.
Yeah.
Those born under the Virgo zodiac sign have capable, organized, and analytical minds, which often make them a pleasure to chat with. Even when they have rather fantastic stories, the charming way they tell them can make those stories convincing. Virgos are curious people and they have a natural gift for research, whether it comes to assignments or even people. They also often have great memory and a talent for intuition. They make excellent team members in both work and social situations. They love to collaborate, although they sometimes there's sometimes critical nature can annoy others. I think some of these aspects apply to me. And I think if I read it under something, you would have been like, yeah, I see how you criticize people and annoy people.
And obviously, not everyone born in December to whatever month your star sign will be the exact same. They will have traits from other things, but I think most of the traits, generic. I think most of the traits were correct.
I think it's just so generic, and I wish that I didn't read mine first.
I think most of the traits on mine were correct, and most of the traits on yours.
I might have to revisit this in a year when you've forgotten.
Okay.
And read you a different one.
Maybe,
because I think that I could go through many star signs.
Read August.
August?
Yeah.
I just did. I'd read part of August.
What about March? Let's see. When's my No, February. Sorry. Let's see.
February. Okay, yeah. I have to go to the bottom. The Pisces zodiac sign are the dreamers and mystic of the zodiac, but you may never know it. Many of them have extremely vivid inner lives filled with fantasy, magic, and wonder. They may find it hard to express that in their life, meaning that many of them are introverts. They are honest, compassionate, and trustworthy, but they can sometimes take it too far and be rather gullible. Because of that, they can be taken advantage of. Beneath their quiet exterior, Pisces have an intense discernment.
Okay, so that's not my mom at all.
Exactly. So. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're so generic that some of them you'll be like, oh yes, this can apply to me. But I think generally, if you don't know your star sign, I could read you some of it, and some of it would apply to you.
But some people really do believe in this.
Some people will align with a lot more things in one, but I think it's just statistics. Like, with so many people on this planet being fit into 12 star signs.
I think there's 13 now.
13 star signs, or wherever it is. And I feel like they're just so generic. And who wrote these? Like, how did they come up with this?
The Romans.
But how did they know?
The Romans came up with them.
Romans didn't know all these words, did they?
No, I don't.
But yeah, I feel like they're so generic, and people on the internet, especially social media and American culture, they be knowing this more than they know like things that are more necessary to them.
Okay.
They will be like, "Oh, you're a Gemini. Oh, me and you will get along. You like this, and I'm like, "How do you know that?" But like, you're struggling with with basic maths, but they'll be able to tell you like, oh, you're
because this is just something
Gemini and zodiac. Oh no, don't go out with him. He's a zodiac. You cannot go out with him. That's how they'll be like. And
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just their beliefs, you know.
And if it's your belief, I agree with that. Like, if that is, because I think in some religions, like, that's how they pair people up.
Oh, really? I honestly didn't know that.
Could be making that up.
Okay.
But if that is your belief, fair enough. But like for those who aren't, it's not their belief, and it's just like they're just looking at it. I feel like whoever's writing this is having a lot of people on.
Is star sign and zodiac sign the same thing?
I don't know, because I thought horoscope was something as well. Like, you read your horoscope every week, and those people are really into their horoscopes.
Like, some people are just one, with themselves.
And they'd be recharging their crystals and putting it on the sunlight.
Yeah, some people are really into that, and that's just their belief.
I guess.
And, everyone's entitled to their beliefs.
I guess I shouldn't.
Yeah, everyone's entitled to their belief, but I personally don't follow it.
I personally don't. I think,
if I'm honest with you,
I think that
I don't know which star sign keys up with the other star sign.
Me neither.
Do our star signs even go together?
No idea.
It would explain a lot.
The reason I'm on a tirade, tirade is because I would think I was watching too much the YouTube, and they were just like, oh, your star signs match together, and I was like, but they were just struggling on something before. How do they know everything about this? And the horoscope is coming out this week, and you need to be careful, because you can't be around zodiacs. They're gonna take your money from you. And I feel like if I had come into the room, that conversation, and lied about my star sign, they would have been like, oh yeah, I totally see that. Do you know
what? When you're explaining it like that, it does sound like how people put different cultures in a bubble.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm Jamaican, and they'd be like, oh, like every Jamaican girl was like loud and ratchet. No, they're not. And I don't know, they like piercings and whatever, and then they'll be like, you know, Nigerian people are A, B, and C, Ghanaian people A, B, and
nothing
C.
about North Africans. You understand me?
Let's not go there. Nigerian people are this, you know. Do you know, like everywhere you go, everyone has their
overgeneralization.
Yeah, and it just sounds like star signs is another way to.
I guess that's my issue with it.
People
it's just
into another characteristic.
Yeah, it's like
when not everyone is the same.
Yeah, and I feel like because they're so broad, you could mention most star signs and relate to something on them, and then someone would be like, "Oh yeah, I see how that is you."
Yeah, I guess so.
But not to be of offense to anybody. If that's what you believe in, that's what you believe in. It's just personally, I don't.
This is the empathy.
I'm just being honest. No one asked me for my opinion, but I gave it anyway.
Yeah. But I know who's asking you for opinions.
Oh, our listeners.
It's our time to give bad advice.
Yes. Courtesy of 6 Brown Chicks. You want me? Oh, okay, you said hit it off. So, dated an older man for 6 months. His wife passed last year. He had her pics in the house, and it made me feel uncomfortable, so I left. I came by again unannounced, and the wife was there, alive. Huge fight. He says he has Alzheimer's and doesn't remember me. I'm pregnant. Help.
Wait, so where was the wife?
She clearly came back from the dead.
So I think him and the wife broke up, right? And so his backstory was like, oh, she died. Move in.
What?
Or maybe she went away. She just went away, and that's why all her pictures were there. She's pregnant. But then that means you knew that
the wife's
he
not
had
pregnant.
A wife. No, the girlfriend or whoever the side piece is pregnant. That means you knew that he had a wife when you got with him, and then you decided to move in.
Yeah, he said the wife was dead.
Dated an older man 6 months. Oh, for 6 months. His wife passed away last year.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and then she found out she was alive.
Do you know what I thought? That she started dating him, and then the wife passed away, and then she moved in.
I assumed that she died before, and he had the pictures of, because, honouring the wife, but, moving someone new in at the same time.
They obviously just broke up. And they got back together.
Yeah, but we're ignoring the fact that he said he has Alzheimer's. What if he's generally telling the truth?
I can't help you there.
Like, she left him, and he thought he was dead. Like, remember that story I told you about the blind hoarder who didn't realise her son was dead?
That is a weird one. Has any of you guys ever heard about the blind hoarder?
Yeah.
Give us a comment.
Oh yeah, if you've heard about the blind hoarder, I'll reply.
That is a weird one. I don't know how to advise that one, because he doesn't even remember you, apparently.
I think he's totally lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're pregnant. Help.
No.
Help indeed. What advice would you give her?
I guess this is some of the things you have to deal with when you go for an older man.
I think...
Or old man.
Yeah. Well, I think you need to be like, well, now I've got a kid by you, if it's by him, and be like, you need support. Well, you need to either, I need to put you on that, or you need to shell out your half of this baby. Because whether your wife is alive or not, sir, you did this. So you've got to take some responsibility. And see how that goes. If not, you've got to take him to court. It is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is.
Who's next?
My son, 9, spent the weekend with his ex and his new girlfriend. Court order. She cooked chicken for her kids, but fed my son stale cereal. My ex says they ran out of food, so she fed him what she had. They've got money. He's punishing me by hurting our son. Advice. That
is totally out of order. I'm sorry. You could have given everyone smaller portions. That is rude.
It is rude. I'll agree with you there. But
there isn't a but to that. I'm sorry. A 9-year-old son doesn't need to see everyone else eating chicken and whatever they had.
What if it was a punishment? Is there ever a reason that's an acceptable punishment?
For what?
Like, let's say the kid had deliberately done something really bad.
Maybe.
And then they were like, you know what? You're not going to be included in KFC tonight. You're going to eat cereal.
Maybe.
And then he went home and told his mom that.
He didn't tell the full what he did. Yeah, no, I can see
how it could go like that.
Yeah, and kids do play parents like that.
Yeah, but in this scenario, we don't know what happened. Yeah. It's seeming like she's just being really mean. If she is just being really mean,
the dad should say something. You can't just feed my child cereal.
That's why I'm thinking. What if it was a punishment because the dad was there? Because that's his son too.
Yeah.
So now you're just neglecting my son to feed my other kids.
Yeah, like no.
Which makes me think it was a punishment, and he went home and said something different.
But when you're sharing it out, but obviously okay, I need to share out 5 plates.
Like, I don't think it was a plate issue because, like, the dad would have given his chicken to his kid if he was a good dad.
Some dads would, yeah, but some dads, like, they wouldn't. Oh, this is my chicken, I'm eating it.
No, I feel like it was a punishment, and he went home and told a different story.
Yeah, but some kids do that.
I'll answer as if it wasn't. If it wasn't, you need to go up there and kick up a fuss. First of all, you need to press the dad and be like, yo, what's happening in your house? You want him over there, you're going to need to treat him like your other kids. Because I'm not going to have him feeling messed up every time he comes home because you neglect him, you and your new girlfriend. But you need to be sure, first of all, that your kid is telling the complete truth before you roll up there and then...
But that's how problems start. Because kids know that they can play the house. Like, they're like, Mum said this, and then they're like, Dad said this. Actually, and then they're angry at each other.
Go ask the parent.
Like, what happened?
Yeah, what happened? What happened? Yeah. And see what is said.
Because he might have asked for cereal as well.
And then came home after he saw the chicken and there was none left. Like, I didn't get you. She was like, what did you eat? Cereal?
No. So what did everyone else eat? Chicken. And then he's like, what?
Yeah.
You had chicken? But not... And then he didn't even get to say, oh, like, I asked for the cereal.
I can see that totally happening.
Yeah.
This could just be blown out of proportion.
But do you know... Yeah. It could be, and then it could be seriously something wrong with the new girlfriend.
Either way, you need to take a trip there and find out.
Yeah, but I think start off by being nice.
Yeah, just start off by asking what happened.
Yeah.
Maybe just even to the dad.
Yeah.
And then see from there. Next one?
Yes. Who's next?
2 years ago, when my girl was pregnant, I cheated and moved in with my mistress. After my son was born, I came back and we married. I'm cheating again. My wife has night terrors and she beats and strangles me in her sleep.
Oh, gosh.
I think she's still mad at me. I'm afraid. Advice.
I think you've got every reason to be afraid, if I'm honest.
Yeah, you need to feel every inch of these night terrors.
No, I think she could kill him in the sleep.
Well, why is he back?
Well, she obviously...
Yeah, why is he back and then cheating again?
This is true. You didn't learn your lesson the first time. I guess who doesn't hear must feel.
Exactly. He said, I'm cheating again, and now my wife is strangling me. Advice. Your advice
the thing is, I don't even think he can say anything because he's so scared that she knows and, like, unconsciously beating him up in the sleep. But I think she needs to see a doctor about that.
Yeah. She probably does.
Yeah.
She needs some help for the night terrors.
Yeah. She don't want to...
Have you ever had a night terror?
I've had sleep paralysis before.
And how was that?
That is scary because the way I knew it was sleep
paralysis.
Yes, was because of the Kardashians when Kendall Jenner was talking about it, and then like a few years later, it happened to me twice.
Did you get the old hag that sits on your chest?
No, I didn't. But it was like someone next to me, like a shadow and stuff, and you're trying to get up. You're trying to get up, you don't. And you kind of, it's really weird because when you obviously can't see yourself on a normal day, you know, but like in the sleep paralysis, you're kind of watching yourself sleep. But at first,
you are watching yourself.
Yeah,
sleep.
you see yourself get up, so you think you're awake, and then you're trying to move. I don't know why I'm acting this out.
Because I think I had, I'm not sure if I had sleep paralysis or if I imagined it. Because I think I watched something about sleep paralysis or I had sleep paralysis and realized it was that. But from what I remember, I was like awake in bed like my eyes were open, but my body just didn't work.
Yeah.
And I could just see like something in the corner.
Yeah.
And like I was trying to move, like, and all my effort, and I couldn't move.
Yeah, you can't move.
But I don't remember if that was real or if I like imagined that after the fact, after watching about sleep paralysis.
Like I felt in mine, like I couldn't
see myself sleep. I was like in myself, like this, like lying down, but I could see something, and I just couldn't move.
Yeah. Like for me, it was like sorry. For me, it was like can't move, and you want to scream and you can't scream, and then when you actually do wake up, you're like, am I awake or am I not? And you're actually seeing the room like how it actually is. Yeah. So I'm getting too into it.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. No, you see the room how it actually, like when you wake up, you're like, oh, is this, like, have I woken up for the third time, or am I actually awake this time?
It's scary though.
It
sounds scary.
It is scary.
Sounds terrifying.
I do wonder why you get that though.
I think like maybe your brain wakes up before your body. Like, you know how, because I think, I'm not sure 100%, but I remember like watching one of them fact videos that like when you're asleep, like your body is not paralyzed, but like it sends a message to your body not to move and
to
relax and to your muscles to relax. And people who have sleepwalking don't get that. And that's why they act out their dreams. But like there's meant to be something, I don't know if it's a chemical or something. Usually I research these things, but I haven't had the chance. And that makes you like not like move so actively when you're asleep. Like you can still toss and turn, but you're not acting out your dreams properly.
Have you ever had like a recurring dream that you've had and you keep having?
No, I don't think so. I do remember one time I had a nightmare and I woke up and like my mom was watching TV. Like I went to bed early and I was little, and then she just patted me and said, "Don't worry, your eyes are playing tricks on you." And sent me back to the room.
But that's where you get your lack of empathy from.
But I think it did work. I was like, oh, my eyes is just playing tricks on me. So every time I had like a nightmare, I'd just be like, oh, it's just my eyes.
Okay.
But yeah.
So I guess it worked for you.
It was funny thinking back about it.
My reoccurring dream was like I was on a train, and like the train was going over a bridge, and then it would start falling. And I had that dream for like years, again and again and again. So like when it was time for me to start taking trains and stuff, because like I moved house, but my school was in one place, my house was in another place.
I would hope so.
I had to take the train. Like I was really nervous.
Yeah.
I was really nervous, so I'd actually take the bus.
No, oh yes, you did tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did tell me.
Yeah.
Your godparent had to.
Yeah, he had to like go with me home for a few times. Like he would go home with me and take the train back.
Oh, you big baby.
I know. And when I was like really younger, I thought my feet would get stuck. You know what they say? Mind the gap between the train.
I thought that about escalators. I thought you could get sucked in if you didn't jump off in time. Don't ask me how.
Because so you used to jump.
Like I used to make sure like the end of the escalators coming, I best not be on that pivot thing before I get sucked in.
Yeah.
Made it. Another day, another escalator defeated.
Wow. But I can't even laugh too much because I used to like take a really big step onto the train. Like a really big step.
Just trying to make sure you don't slip through the crack.
Because I was just a small child.
That's what I was thinking. I could fit through the crack in that escalator in my head. I was like, oh, if this goes wrong.
Mine was more realistic, I think.
Look, we're not here to shame our past. All I'm saying is I was scared.
Yeah.
But yeah. Tell us what fears you had when you were little. Let us know in the comments. I wonder what irrational fears we had as children that we probably don't have as adults.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's been it.
Yes.
That's been us. We have been BT Small. Yes, we are BT Small Talk, and you've been listening to The Gift of the Gab, episode 22. Like us everywhere, comment below, and
tell a friend to tell a friend.
Exactly. Thank you for listening. Ciao.